Hello, my name's Beverley Hood. I'm an artist and I'm a reader in technological embodiment and creative practice at Edinburgh College of Art at the University of Edinburgh. This is me in my studio in Edinburgh, and where I was when the Berlin Wall came down was I was actually studying on my art foundation course at Sheffield Hallam University. So I do have in one of my old school books that what I wanted to do was to be a teacher during the day and a hairdresser at night. And I did do that briefly for a time when I worked in the Czech Republic in the mid-90s. So I achieved my dream and could do what I want after then. So the research that I'm doing brings audiences into a biomedical lab environment which the general public does not normally get access to. So it's not an illustrative piece, it's more that it brings audiences in to think about the philosophical, ethical, and the practical questions of what happens in the lab, which also the staff in there take very seriously. So the artwork brings beyond what might be published by the scientists typically. What I've made is a collection of artworks which include 3D prints, a sound work written from the point of view of the organotypic artificial cells, and they go through their 3-week-long lifespan within the lab, a mixed reality artwork which uses LiDAR scans, and it also some 360 photography. And these elements together bring an experiential version which hopefully are provocations that raise questions, give some information to the audience in some ways, but also give them an experience that can give them an opportunity to contemplate what's happening with biomedical translational research and also within tissue donation. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to use arts-based methods to expand upon scientific and technological development and really think about ways that the effects that this has on our everyday lives, on our future lives. What I think is very key to me is also trying to do that from a lived human experience, and as has been discussed by my colleague Shannon Valler, who's an AI ethicist, what she's talking about is a way to sort of an attempt to recouple the scientific and technological knowledge with moral and philosophical knowledge, and I think that's, to me, it's key. What I would say is what I'm trying to do with my work is trying to enable audiences to reflect on some big questions which are quite difficult to grapple with. And also what I do is I try to work, I would say, I find inspiration in the way that other artist groups such as Blast Theory, the group that are based in Brighton in the UK, where they talk about their work as an early warning system. And I think this is a really interesting, critical, I think of it as a way as to bring critical and aesthetic ways for audiences to think about big questions. Which questions remain unanswered? I think for me, the biggest issue around the work that I'm doing is actually about how the work that then artists and creatives do, working with science and technology, feeds back and is then translated back into an impact on those areas themselves. So I guess that's an ongoing question. It's an ongoing complicated issue.